Yo, what is up, guys? My name is Nicholas Earl, and welcome back to another episode of Earl Sports Bets. And today we have a 12-game slate we're going over um, in the NHL. So a nice, massive slate. But before we get into today's slate and before we get into the recap of yesterday, leave a thumbs up on this video and subscribe to the channel down below. And let me know in the comment section below who is your best bet in the NHL today. All right, quick recap of yesterday. We had a one-game slate, and we got it right. Columbus took the game 2-1 against a bad Blackhawks team. So we went 1-0 yesterday, obviously. And we are now 40-42, looking to get that over 500. We had just had that one really bad day that totally sunk us, and we're finally getting out of that hole. But let's get right into today's slate. No time really to waste for this game, for this slate. So we've got 12 games, and we got one starting at 1 o'clock here between the New Jersey Devils and the Buffalo Sabres. Plus 140 for Buffalo, or for New Jersey, minus 155 for Buffalo. Over under 5.5 goals. And this is a game where I like the dog. We're getting Wedgwood versus Ullmark. Buffalo coming off of a bad loss. And New Jersey coming off of a loss as well, I believe. But there was potential they were going to get Mackenzie Blackwood back, but they're still going with Wedgwood, which I don't mind that. We're still going to go with the dogs here. I definitely see some value on this line. My model only gives New Jersey a 46% chance to win this game, but that line gives them around a 41% chance to win the game. So we're getting around 5% of value on where that line should be. So we're going with the value side here with the New Jersey Devils to pull off the upset against the Buffalo Sabres today. Next, we have the Dallas Stars taking on the Carolina Hurricanes, minus 133, run back of plus 120 for the Dallas Stars, over under 5.5 goals. And this is a game where, looking at the sides here, we have Antoine Khudobin versus Pierre Mrazek. Looking at the sides, there's not much value for me to bet a side here. I would lean with the Carolina Hurricanes, but this line is a little wide for me to do that. And I don't feel like betting the Dallas Stars either. They looked really bad against the Red Wings. And they took care of business against the Predators, but they didn't look good against the Red Wings. And this Carolina Hurricanes are a really good team. Overall, this is a pass for me. I'll lean towards the under, if anything, but this is a pass for me between the Dallas Stars and the Carolina Hurricanes. Next, we have the New York Islanders taking on the Philadelphia Flyers. Minus 117 for the Flyers, plus 106 for the Isles. Over under 5.5 goals. It looks like we're going to get Semyon Varlamov versus Carter Hart in this game. And after what happened yesterday, or not yesterday, 2 days ago with the Islanders, I'm looking to fade this team, which hurts as a New York Islanders fan, but this just hasn't been looking good lately. They gave up a 3-goal lead, gave up 6 unanswered goals to end the game after a 3-0 start. Flyers are not a bad team. They're coming into this game 5-2-1, and they took care of business last game against Pittsburgh, and I think they're going to take care of business again today. Minus 117 is the line right now, but that's not where we're looking for this game. We're going over to the three-way line, and we're taking them at the plus 120 to win this game in regulation. So give me the Flyers in regulation at plus 120. I feel like that's a nice little value there. My model gives Philadelphia a 59% chance to win. So we're getting good value. So give me the Flyers here in regulation at plus 120 to beat these New York Islanders. Next, we have the Nashville Predators taking on the Tampa Bay Lightning, minus 172 for the Lightning, plus 155 for the Preds, over under 5.5 goals. And I would lean the over in this game, but this is a pass for me. Once again, I think the line is way too much for me to bet the Lightning, and I have no interest in these Predators who have looked pretty bad recently. So yeah, I'm going to go with, I would lean towards the Lightning, but once again, this line's a little wide for me to bet. I don't want to lay minus 170 on the Lightning. So overall, this game is a pass for me between the Tampa Bay Lightning and the Nashville Predators. On to the next game, we have the Boston Bruins and the Washington Capitals. Minus 126 for the Bruins, plus 114 for the Caps. Over under of 5.5 goals. And I really like this Bruins team tonight. It looks like they're getting. It looks like the Washington Capitals are getting Ovechkin back and Kuznetsov back and Orlov back and getting Samsonov back. But it still looks like it's going to be Tuukka Rask versus Vanecek. And I still really like this Bruins team. I feel like they're being slept on a little bit, and they're quietly 5-1-1. So I thought this Bruins team wasn't going to be as good, and they have a potential at getting David Pastrnak back tonight. He is a game-time decision. So I'm going with the Bruins here at minus 126 to get a win today versus the Washington Capitals. And I probably would bet them all the way up to 130. Oh, it's 127 now, but I'd probably bet them all the way up to 130. So give me the Boston Bruins here, minus 127 versus the Washington Capitals. Next, we have the Calgary Flames heading to Montreal, minus 120 for the Canadiens, plus 109 for the Flames. Looks like we're going to be getting Jacob Markstrom versus Jake Allen. No Carey Price in net tonight. They're playing their backup of Jake Allen. And looking at this game, I see it as a great bounce back spot for the Calgary Flames. They're playing the backup goalie. They looked okay the other night, but still got the loss. We're going with the plus 109 here for Calgary to get it done and get a nice bounce back spot here against the Montreal Canadiens. I won't be surprised if this went to overtime. Canadiens have yet to lose a regulation game, but we're taking Calgary plus 109 versus the Montreal Canadiens. Next, we get the Toronto Maple Leafs heading to Edmonton to take on the Oilers. Minus 117 for the Leafs, plus 106 for the Oilers. And looking at this matchup, it is a complete pass for me. My model leans towards the Edmonton Oilers, and I want nothing to do with the Edmonton Oilers. They are one of the worst power plays in the league. They're a terrible defensive team. The few games that the Maple Leafs have played against the Oilers, they have looked like the way better team. I'm going to pass this game just because I don't want anything to really do with the team because this could be a bounce back spot for the Oilers, but I don't really see it. Unless Connor McDavid does Connor McDavid things and Leon Draisaitl does Leon Draisaitl, this Leafs team is going to dominate this Oilers team. But overall, this is a pass for me. Oilers, I feel like our team I want to fade going forward. But tonight we'll see what they can do. See if Connor McDavid can have a bounce back performance and get a win for the Oilers. But overall, it is a pass for me. I'm not looking to put my money on Edmonton right now. Next, we have the Florida Panthers and the Detroit Red Wings, minus 173 for the Panthers, plus 156 for the Red Wings. Over under of 6 goals for this game. And looking at this, we're going to get, looks like Sergei Bobrovsky versus Thomas Greiss. And this is another game where I tend to fade these games because I'm not trying to bet the Red Wings right now, and I'm not trying to lay a minus 170 line. I think Florida Panthers win this game, but I don't see them. I don't want to lay minus 170 on it to find out. So this game is, once again, a pass for me. And then with the total, I'm leaning towards the under, but you never know. Plus, it's the Red Wings. They're very inconsistent. I like that top line with Larkin and Bertuzzi, and I like that Manthas with skating with Bobby Ryan now. But overall, this is a pass for me, even though now they have a little bit more balanced of top two lines in Detroit. Next, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins and the New York Rangers, and wow, this line has moved a lot. And I still like the side I have here. We're going to be going with Pittsburgh here. It's going to be Casey DeSmith versus Igor Shesterkin. Wow, I can't speak. We're going to go with the Penguins here. I feel like this New York Rangers team, they got the win in overtime, and this may be a beginning of a streak for them. But I'm going to pass on, the New York Rangers. I'm going to go with the Pittsburgh Penguins here at minus 115. I'm not super confident on this pick, but overall, I think that the Penguins can get it done. Crosby's still playing really well this year. Malkin's playing good this year. This is a team that I don't know if they're going to be a playoff team, but I think they can beat this New York Rangers team, this Rangers team is just plain and simply overhyped. With Alexi Lafreniere and Mika Zibanejad and Denny Panarin, Buchnevich, Kreider. This team has the talent, but I feel like they're being a little overhyped right now. Give me the Pittsburgh Penguins minus 115 to win today versus the New York Rangers. Next, we have the Colorado Avalanche taking on the Minnesota Wild, minus 145 for the Avalanche, plus 131 for the Wild. And looking at this game is going to be Philip Grubauer versus Kakinen, the rookie goalie for Minnesota. And this is another game where I will lean one way because I don't like the total for this game. 5.5 is I don't know. Wild are more of an under team. Avalanche are more of an over team. And now at minus 145, honestly, I don't mind it. I'll lean towards the what do you call it? I'll lean towards the Avalanche for this game, but I'm not going to be betting it. But I like Colorado if I had to choose a side. I do like that line movement though. That's heading making this a much nicer number to bet. Maybe in a little bit, if this line moves down to a minus 140, I'll be definitely looking to bet it. But give me actually I want to add them. It's not on my late page. It's not on my on my recap page or whatever of my picks. But I'm going to add the Avalanche into this game. Making this decision on the fly because when I started doing the research, they were minus 158 and it's moved 13 points. I'm going to take this Avalanche team on a better line now against the Minnesota Wild. So give me the Avalanche here, minus 145 versus the Minnesota Wild. And actually, I want to look at something real quick for this game before we head down to the next game, minus 105. Okay. I don't like that. I don't know why that line's like that, but give me the Colorado Avalanche minus 145 to win this game. Next, we have the St. Louis Blues and another game that's had a dramatic line movement. When I wrote them down, they were a minus 170. Now they're a minus 153. It's going to be Binnington versus Gibson in this match. And this is another one where, because of this line movement, I'm going to bet on them. I'm going to be taking St. Louis here, minus 153. This line has moved 18 points, almost 20 cents since I did my research less than an hour ago. So, St. Louis, minus 154, minus 153 against Anaheim Ducks. Basically, all Anaheim really is these days is John Gibson, and that's about it. There's not really much offense on this line. I don't really believe in Anaheim. So we're going with the St. Louis Blues here at minus 153 against the Anaheim Ducks. I love the line movement here. And now they've really... I'm trying to find a equivalent here. Yeah, there should be around a 60% chance, and they have a 65% chance. So massive value on the Blues now with that huge line movement. So give me St. Louis minus 153 versus the Anaheim Ducks. And the final game of the night, we have the Vancouver Canucks heading to Winnipeg to take on the Jets. And this Jets team, I think, is going to be a legit contender for this Northern Division this year. Hellebuck is a really talented goalie, and they're getting Pierre-Luc Dubois, which I think is going to be a great addition to them. That'll help them shore up a center spot for them. It's going to be Thatcher Demko versus Connor Hellebuck tonight. And I'm going with Winnipeg in this game. I really like them, and I'm going to be betting them tonight, but I'm not going to be betting them at that minus 131. We are going to be going with the three-way line and taking Winnipeg at plus 110 to win in regulation. I think that this Vancouver team, people will be looking at them like, oh, cool, they're coming off of 2 wins. They're playing a lot better. Well, they played Ottawa That's like in the NFL being like, oh, this team is playing great. They've won their last 2 games. They played the Jets and the Jaguars. When you play bad teams, you're going to look better. I think Winnipeg is going to be a good competition for Vancouver, and they're gonna take care of them. So give me Winnipeg plus 110 on the three-way line against Vancouver tonight. All right, let's quickly go over our plays for today. We have the New Jersey Devils at plus 139. We have the Boston Bruins at minus 127. We have the Flames at plus 109. We're going to take the Penguins at minus 115. We're going to take the Avalanche at minus 145. The Blues at minus 153. And on the three-way lines, we're going to be taking the Philadelphia Flyers at plus 120 and the Winnipeg Jets at plus 110. If this information was helpful to you guys at all, feel free to hit that thumbs up button down below and subscribe to the channel. We are, I believe, over 280 subscribers, so we want to keep trying to grow this channel even more so we can help more people make some money here in sports betting. We come out with daily content with a bunch of different sports with the NFL, college basketball, college football, UFC, esports, NBA, WNBA, NHL, MLB, and we're going to be adding NASCAR into the channel. I believe Daytona's in a few weeks, and we're going to be doing do breakdowns of like matchups for that. So we're going to have tons of content coming out on this channel. So be sure you're subscribed and have those post notifications on. You guys are notified each and every time we come out with a video here at RL Sports Bets. But that's going to just about do it for this video. I want to thank you guys for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and let's cash some tickets here in the NHL tonight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, guys.